All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Bragg Highlands. This is your CC cheat sheet for the week. This is where we go over the CC course, the upcoming CC course for you CC players and you qualifying players. To get a look at the course, we talk about strategy and basically any other things that you asked me in the comments. I didn't really get any questions this week, so we're just going to go over some course strategy. But we'll get the blue tees today, which is the back tees, pin set 1, which will be your round 1 conditions. And then we're going to play default, which is firm, and fast speeds, which you will have a round of all default. So, and high winds. So you have a round of high winds. I don't know if it's around 1 or not, but we'll play it with the high winds and some tough, default firm conditions and see how it plays. I've not seen the course. My swing currently is really bad. All right, guys. So first things first. I'm gonna lie. I cheated. I introed, played a hole, cheated, deleted. We're back. My swing is just not very good right now, but we have the same winds, same conditions. We're gonna try to drive this bunker, see what happens. Now we're gonna pull close it. Might have to skip the CC cheat sheet this week, guys. My swing is just not cooperating. But we're in light rough. It's up 23. The wind's helping. It's going to land hard on these firm greens. I mean, I think this will be okay. All right, much better swing this time. It is going to be a bit short, but it should leave us an okay putt if it stays right here. And that is perfectly fine. The other thing you could have done, or I could have done, is I could have taken an 8 or a 7 iron, tried to get up onto this hill. The greens are fast. Like, there's no way the ball sticks up here and let it fall down to the hole. Now that I'm thinking about it, that might have been the better play. But we leave ourselves a birdie putt. It's not the end of the world, right? It's all we're really asking for. These greens look like they're going to be pretty tricky for CC greens. We just barely missed that one. We'll take our early par, and we go from there. I'm playing at 5 a.m. in the morning. I work 6 days a week. Yep. That's my life, man. I'm considering this almost at some point. I trying to consider this as a second job because I need the extra income, but that's not really the case currently. It was created for fun, and I'm still having fun doing it. But eventually, this is gonna just have to turn into some sort of a second income for me. But it is what it is. I try not to talk about any of that kind of stuff here. All right, we got 15 feet up the hill with a helping wind. You're landing on a downslope. It's a tricky shot because this wind's not going to play a ton. I think if we spin this, I think we'll be okay with this. Let's find out. First things first, you got to hit a good swing, and we do. The wind does push it up there, but we have backstop on it, so it spins back. It's a good shot. It leaves us in a pretty good area. These greens are tough, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and say it early. Don't get frustrated on these greens. I think a lot of players are going to struggle on these greens because that's a good shot, in the putt that you get rewarded with is really not that special. So through 2 holes, both greens have been tricky. Got another, rolling green. Everything wants to roll you off the front. Ideally, you want an uphill putt, but if you're going to do that, you got to be right here. The safest spot is just behind the pin, where it's going to be a tough downhill putt. There's just no way around it. So let's try to just be on the green and see where we end up. We pulled it, which I've had a huge case of doing that today. This might bounce back to the green, though. It's a little bailout area right there. It's going to end up being really good, too. All right, so there you go. Miss left. If you're going to miss left, there is a little bailout area, though. You have a good day, too, Jesse. Thanks for stopping in. Hit it nice and firm. Take the freebie birdie, because not a good shot, but at least you know now there's a little helping slope there to the left that will bump you towards the hole, at least in round 1. All right, it's just a straight up driver. It's a pull. Should maybe kick right. It's all right, light rough. The good thing about this course is there's a lot of light rough I've noticed so far. Not a good shot, but it doesn't kill you. I think this will be okay. It's a little downslope, so it's going to take off. I just want to be up on that tier, so. It's a good swing. It's going to land on these firm greens. Doesn't roll out too much because it's all uphill. It's a pretty good shot. Leaves us, like I said, on the correct tier, which in this hole was a pretty big area. Got a little downhill bendy putt. Your downhill putts are going to slide out a little bit more from you than your uphill ones do. And we just hit it a little, maybe, no, just a little too high. It really wasn't firm. We're only 3 feet by the hole. All right, 200 through 4. It's an okay start. All right, we have options here. We have the highway. We have the low way, which chokes you off here. The wind is not really conducive to hit either of these shots, though, so I think the best play is just to hit 3-wood. No sense in doing anything insane here, right? You want to find yourself in as many fairways as possible. That's the key to scoring. Like, there's going to be times you have to get aggressive. That's not really one of them. All right, so you got the fall off on the right. You don't want to miss right. This putt is actually, like, the putt from where my cursor is now is better than this putt from up here, even though they're very similar in distance because you got a big downhill. But this is really the area you kind of want to be. If you can't be close right here, you kind of want to be right to the left of the pin here. So let's see what we got going on here. We got a hurting wind. I'm going to put a little bit of backspin on this. Hopefully this wind brings it back to the pin. We're going to aim to be a little left of it, hopefully, if we hit a decent swing. Which we do hit a good swing here. It's a little bit of an underswing, which I don't hate. It's going to bounce down this hill and end up kind of right in that spot we talked about putting from. Which, again, is not... It's not a fantastic putt, but it is a good spot to putt from. You can't blow this by, because look at right after you crest the hole, it starts going right back downhill. And on these fast greens, that may look subtle, but that will send you off if you're not careful. Let's see if we can't make a putt here. Yeah, no, we cannot. Sorry, my wife just texted me.
Okay, 4 feet to go.
All right, we knock it in the side door. Unfortunately, it's just a par, but guy, you're not gonna be mad with pars here, I don't think. As CC players or qualifying players, especially, par's a pretty good score here. All right, so a fairway kicks you left. It's a par 5. It's definitely reachable, especially in this wind. You want to land on the right half of the fairway if you can. It's a good swing. We underswung it, though, but this should be just fine. Bounces off to the left. Finds a nice flat spot way down there. This is a scoring hole. All of a sudden, you're looking to make a score. So left side gives you, slight bailout. It is going to kick you way off, but I'm just going to hit this. I need a 7-iron in my bag. I've said that the last few days, but let's see what we can do with this. Anywhere on the green is okay here. We hit a good swing. It's going to use this slope to kick it back to the right, like we talked about. The backspin should grab a little bit. It should leave us an uphill putt from over here, which is exactly what you're looking for. It's an uphill putt. I would prefer a slightly better uphill putt, but it is for eagle, so we can't complain too much, right? Find your pace and miss the putt. The greens are definitely tricky here, guys. We'll take our little tap in birdie, though. Can't complain about that. 300 through 6. Not the end of the world. I don't think. It's a nice little course, though, considering there's really not much to it. Hit a little pull. This is going to bounce left. It might find the edge of the rough there. Nope.
Setting up about 115 yards out.
All right. So we got a tucked front pin. A little tiny backstop. I don't know that that will play, but you want to make sure you're up there, especially in the side wind. I'm going to actually hit this full. I'm even going to de-loft it a little bit, I think. I think this wind is going to hurt you more than you think it will if you do get this exact wind that I am right now. Got a good swing on it. It did hurt a little bit more than we probably thought it would, and that's a great shot. It's a little tap and birdie now. Those high winds are the toughest to play. The high diagonal winds, you just have to, whatever that meter looks like, it's going to play more into you and more sideways than you probably think it's going to. Why is that? I don't really know, but that is just the way it plays. A little pull, which is not good into this wind. Not into the wind, but with the wind direction that we had there. Left ourselves in a bad spot. We can super flop this if we want, which I guess we want to do. I mean, I don't really want to, but I think it's necessary evil. Should release out. It's not a good swing, but the result is fine. That shot is just not nearly punishing enough when you make a bad swing at it. Like, that should be a duff. And that would honestly, like, if they changed that and made that kind of swing a duff swing, I think a lot of us would reconsider using the shot altogether because of how hard it would be to hit. Par 5 downwind. Aim the left side. Hope you hit a good swing. My swing is currently not great, like we said. So here we go, off into the rough. You can still get there, though. You don't want to be past the hole. It's okay if you're a little short. I'd much rather chip up the hill from here than putt from on top of this beast up here. So let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to come out a little left, and the wind's pushing it all right. Pulling it again, which is not my normal miss. It's going to end up leaving us a chip or worse. Didn't realize quite how severe that slope was right there. It keeps getting worse. It's actually a bad spot. I take back what I said. I would rather actually be up here, I think. Although I don't know that you can stop that putt. You got to play it down here, I guess. You got to play it down. If you're going to miss, I think you have to miss short or over here and just take a 2-putt. We're going to hit a spinner, though. It's uphill 15 feet. It's okay for a little long, because it will probably spin back a little bit. Okay, not bad. Just got to get it up near the hole there. It's really the only spot you can get it to stop. Turn it over there, make your birdie, walk out of there like nothing ever happened. You know what I mean? Not much strategy with the fairways so far. This one you do have a choice, though, as I say that. It's up 59, so that's probably up like 30 to here. You can play a 3-wood. It ends up in here somewhere. Driver probably outruns this fairway, but doesn't clear the bunker. So I think maybe just partial drive, I think, is probably the solution to this. If you don't feel comfortable hitting a partial, I would say just hit 3-wood. Obviously, we hit a poor swing like we have all day, but we're teaching you guys how to play out of bad spots, I guess, because my swing currently is just not very good. All right, so we're up 30. We're losing 10 there. I think this lie is not actually terrible. So let's see what this does. I don't hate the push. This should release out from the rough. That's a great shot. It's a great recovery shot. We judge it really well. Nobody saw that 13-degree close. Nobody saw it. It didn't happen. Never happened. Don't know what anybody's talking about. Up 27 with the wind. The wind is probably not going to gain you back to 10 yards. The thing is, if you're short, it's going to kick you off left into that bunker. if you're long, you have a long downhill putt. But you have to play this shot. You just don't have a choice. We hit a good swing. It's 97%, which is not good. It's got to clear this bunker to kick up and to the left. So we get away with an underswing. That was my plan, was to land onto the right and let it funnel around and just have a putt at it. We get away with one because we underswung a little bit. So I'll never tell you that was on purpose. But the idea was there. You saw me aim to the right with a dead straight wind. So I was trying to bounce it up and rim it around. Luckily, we hit a rough patch. Kills it and makes it be really good. It's a tough hole. Do not expect to make a birdie there. I think that's a tricky shot. This one, you just want to try and find this upper tier. Leave yourself in 70 where you can hit an approach shot. You're going to knock that all the way down here. I'm going to put it right at the pin because we're up 12. It should skip and stop. Just got to hit a good shot on a good number. There you go. Easy. Those are the shots you want to leave yourselves, ideally. All right, all of a sudden we're at 8 under par. We're actually playing decent, even with our swing not being perfect. Get a par 5 here. It is knobbed. I'm gonna call it knobbed. I don't think that's the proper term, but you really want to land this right there. So it kicks left, but not super hard left. It's not a super long hole. You just got to make sure you hit a decent shot. I pulled it. Luckily, the wind is the other way, so it might help us. Yeah, we just landed too far to the left, which we knew, right? We knew right away. Okay. Accessible pin, though. You can use this slope, right? You can run this down here. Use this slope to push you, right? Push you, and then fall down this hill. It's just a matter of actually doing it, which is the tough part. So how are we going to do that? I think we're probably going to hit 5 irons, down 20. You just want to get it rolling on that green. This might be just a touch short. So we're going to do this. We don't let the wind take us over towards that hill. That's what we care about. We don't really care about the pin too much. The pin will work itself out. Yeah, it came off so far left. You saw me move it back to the right when I was set up. This is still going to work, by the way.
Oh, take a look at this.
Instead of using the slope, we just took it straight at it, which is doable.
I approve.
Clearly.
Here we go. This putt for the eagle.
All right, so we misread the foot lie a little bit, but because we missed the foot lie, we end up center green, which it just runs you straight down. You can use that hill on the right, though. That's a extremely accessible pin, guys. You're going to want to score there. Birdie is a must there. You'd never say, like, you have to have an eagle, but if you were ever going to get an eagle, it would probably be on that hole. There's a lot of ways down to filter and down to that pin. You just got to hit the proper distance. It's up 13. I don't think this wind's really going to play. I'm actually going to play this at the pin. Let it hop, stop, and maybe just spin back like just ever so slightly. That's going to be way short because of the poor swing. It actually released out also probably because of the poor swing. We're up an inch. Got a little bender putt. These greens are tough, though, I got to say. Like, these are not what I would consider to be CC greens. I don't think I hit it with enough pace. Yes, I did. Okay. Nice run. We're at 11 under. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of this. I'm trying to talk about exactly what I'm thinking. Hopefully it's enough. You guys can let me know in the comments. But all right, so we're down 22. That's 7 yards, right? So it's 129. The wind's gonna push this probably about 10 yards. So we need to put a little spin, either partial or put spin on it. I'm gonna put spin on it because I want the ball to stop a little bit. Even though it's a wedge with this wind, it's going to force the ball to roll out a bit. We want to prevent that from happening. 97% is not what you want to see. That's unfortunate. 100% probably lands like in here and then bounces and rolls up and it leaves you somewhere into this area. But alas, we hit a bad shot, and that happens, right? You're gonna hit bad swings. You gotta just try to. You gotta try to avoid getting angry at them. And I know if you watch my other videos, like when I play Plat, it happens to me too, guys. Like I hit a few bad shots. I get really annoyed, and it hurts my scoring. It happens to all of us, but you have to just preach that you got to try to find a way to get over it and move on to the next shot sometimes. Something that we all work on, I think. So it's a 3-shotter all day, right? You can't get there. I don't care. You hit power drive and driver off the deck. You're not getting there. It's not worth it. So then it's just determines like what you want to do. And I think you want to be short of this bunker. So we're going to play 2-iron. We're going to let the wind knock it down. And then we're going to take a wedge and hope you can hit a good third shot.
All right, this one's about 85 yards out.
We're going to de-loft this and see if we can't get it there. Not a good swing. So there goes that idea.
Here we go. Greenside rough. We got this. Oh, the chip goes.
Nearly chips it in.
If we want to save par on this hole, we got to drop this right here. And after that one,
All right.
it's
11 under par.
par for you. All right, here we go. Number 17. This one's a par 4.
Drivable hole in certain conditions. This is not going to get there, but I'm going to whack it down there because I know you all are going to. So let's see what the look looks like when we knock it down there. It's probably going to be a spinner,
Yeah, that'll play.
which I think is fine. Yeah. You know what? I'd say I recommend it. Hit it down here, hit a spinner. Play for a little bit of a one-hop and stop. %91 was not the play. I can promise you that. It was supposed to be 93, which would have been a lot better.
Looks like this putt will track a bit to the right.
Gonna leave you an awkward putt if you're short like I am, but we make it.
And
So we got one hole left.
nice little birdie. And after that,
12 under par, which I think is actually a decent round on this course. Like it's a little bit of a tricky one. All right, last hole. It's down 50. That bunker is more in play than you probably think it is. So we're gonna try to avoid it.
smart shot.
So we underswung a little bit. We aimed out to the left, and we don't reach the bunker. You're going to have to be careful of that. Make sure, if you are downwind, make sure you can clear it. If you're not downwind, make sure you either hit 3-wood or avoid it at all costs. This one, you can't be short. So we're going to take a couple extra yards of what we think we need. 97%, and then we're going to hit it. We hit it really well.
Come on,
This should be
right.
perfect.
Get that
Beautiful.
distance dialed in on
Just
that.
got to make sure you don't miss short there. That's all on that green. So tap it in. It's 13 under par. It's a good back nine, even with the par on the par 5. Let me know, guys, if you have anything you really want to see going into next week, and I'll try to do that for you. But good luck in your rounds this week. If you're qualifying, stick with it. You'll get there eventually, and have a fantastic week, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow for GC Platinum, and have a good rest of your day, man.